No, Shakur signed with Zuffa, so that'll be him moving forward. But I just don't know who they're going to put him in with. Because you see, Zuffa are paying, like, as a business, they're paying these guys 5 times more than anybody else will pay them. To fight who? Like, who are you going to put Shakur? You can put Shakur in with O'Shaquie Foster and give him $15 million?
$15 million? What's 10 more million to them for 4 fights? Come on now. Come on now, they got rid of Live Golf so they can invest more in boxing.
Shakur Stevenson is coming over to Zuffa. Is that any validity to that one?
Did we announce that Shakur Stevenson? No? Possibly. Listen, at the end of the day, I think that everybody's going to be here at Zuffa Boxing.
Eddie Hearn created a major stir in the boxing world after confirming that Shakur Stevenson has now joined Zuffa Boxing. Although he made it clear he was not fully pleased with the decision, he still offered his support and wished Stevenson success as he steps into the next phase of his career.
Good luck to Shakur. I love him. I said to him, "Been great, mate." But yeah, it's a weird model, and it's a model that's not going to last very long.
Does that mean Shakur's motivation for the sport and being at the best is gone?
No, I think he'll want to be the best, but I think he's been. Look, you get told all different things. They're probably saying to him, "You're going to fight Haney. You're going to fight this guy. You're going to fight that guy," and you know. Yeah, I think Shakur is a legacy guy, but you know, for now, maybe he gets to win one of those beautiful Zuffa.
Tim Bradley reacted to the announcement by describing it as the start of a broader Zuffa dominance in the sport. He pointed to the idea that the move is backed by significant financial power and a long-term strategic vision, explaining that the organization is reportedly structuring deals with strong incentive-driven contracts similar to those seen in major professional sports leagues.
Yo, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Yeah, y'all see the news. Yeah. I don't care what Shakur say. I don't care what they all signing the Zuffa. It's the start right now. The Zuffa takeover. Man, shit, you don't think Turkey Al-Sheikh did his homework already? He know how to get these damn fighters. He know how to get them. For the last 3 years, he been getting them. Yeah, he know how to get them. Yeah, once your contract is up, your ass is signing the Zuffa. Straight up. Oh, yeah, because they offering big money. Big contracts. Like NFL contracts. That's what they doing. All with incentives. Yeah, you got to keep winning. King of the Hill style. Yeah, you win, you got the potential to make $100 million.
Tim Bradley further reinforced his position on Zuffa's involvement in boxing, pointing out that the level of financial backing is reportedly so substantial that offering multi-million-dollar contracts appears fully sustainable. He added that the organization is heavily committing resources to the sport and anticipates that more elite fighters will eventually join, describing the situation as a significant transformation within the boxing industry.
$15 million. What's 10 more million to them for 4 fights? Come on now. They got rid of Live Golf so they can invest more in boxing. Come on now. I'm telling y'all, for real. Come to this channel, man, you're going to get the real, for real. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they all signing the Zuffa, damn it. All of them. The takeover has begun. Zuffa takeover. That stuff in the Senate, oh yeah, I told y'all, that's already passed. Everything that I said, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna come true. For real. Anyways, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, yeah, Shakur, get your ass over there. Tank, stop waiting, man. Yeah, if you got a chance, get your ass over there too, Tank. Yeah, all of them. Anyways, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, get that damn money. And I'm out.
Showbiz noted that after Shakur Stevenson's signing with Zuffa, attention immediately turns to his next opponent, with a general expectation that he now has the freedom to take on any fighter of his choosing. He added that strong financial and promotional support is already being used to arrange possible future bouts. He also clarified that Zuffa is functioning more like a promotional outfit backed by a broadcast partnership, rather than operating as a conventional league structure.
With Shakur Stevenson signing to Zuffa, of course, you're going to ask this question, same question from Eddie Hearn. And quite frankly, the answer is whoever he wants to fight. Shakur Stevenson signing to Zuffa, he will still be able to fight whomever he wants to fight. And let me tell you why. His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, he's the billfold for Zuffa. Turkey, there's a lot of fights Turkey want Shakur Stevenson to have. He's had these great plans for Shakur Stevenson anyway. But I know you guys are like, well, Zuffa, isn't that a boxing league? Listen, the Ali Revival Act, that hasn't passed yet through Congress. So as of right now, Zuffa is not a league. What Zuffa is a promotion company. Zuffa right now is a promotion company with a network deal with Paramount.
Analyst Fannin expressed criticism over Shakur Stevenson's recent choices in his career, stating that those decisions may have put him in a challenging spot going forward. He argued that Stevenson now appears to have fewer marquee opponents available and raised doubts about whether a major career-defining fight will actually come together. He also pointed to what he sees as missed chances along the way, suggesting that Stevenson's commercial draw is currently weaker compared to other leading fighters in his weight class.
As Shakur Stevenson, after a series of very dumb decisions, is now put in a position of either having to fight Devin Haney at 147 pounds, something he does not want to do because Devin, let's be honest, that's a snack baby right there, and going to Zuffa and spending the rest of his career never getting the big fight that he wanted to get. Shakur Stevenson thought he had a big fight against Teofimo Lopez, and that was going to be his breakthrough fight. That wound up not being the case because, to be honest with you, man, the numbers relative to a guy like Gervonta Davis and what he could do with Gervonta Davis was almost nothing.
Fannin also examined the financial angle behind Shakur Stevenson's career path, noting that committing to a long-term agreement with steady purses could ultimately generate higher earnings compared to jumping into a single high-risk blockbuster fight too early. He added that gradually building momentum through a series of bouts before stepping up to the biggest names follows a strategy that has been used by several elite fighters earlier in their careers.
If, say he's getting $5 million a fight. I don't think Shakur is getting that much, but that's what they say. So let's say he gets $5 million a fight, right? Well, he gets a 5-fight deal for $5 million a fight. That's $25 million. If he goes right to Gervonta Davis and he fights Gervonta Davis off the bat, he may get, say he gets 10 million, right? Well, 10 million is less than 20 million, and he can get 5 guys in a row that he knows he's going to beat for sure, and then top off at, with the Gervonta Davis fight. Same thing that his mentor, the person to whom he is a protege, Terrence Crawford did when he fought Errol Spence.
O'Shaquie Foster also shared his reaction to Shakur Stevenson's decision to join Zuffa Boxing, saying he did not expect the move to happen so suddenly despite earlier speculation in the boxing world. He expressed curiosity about how the shift will function in practice, highlighting questions about where major opponents will come from and how future fights will be organized under the new setup.
Yeah, the Shakur Zuffa thing kind of came out yesterday. Were you surprised when you saw that?
Yeah, for sure. But I've been, we've been hearing it, circulating for a few months, so I wouldn't have been surprised, but definitely how quick it came about, yes.
Knowing what you know about Zuffa, were you surprised initially when you heard that he was going to go there?
Yeah, just because, I don't know where the guys go from there, just because all the big fights and everything is kind of on this side. So I guess if he's signing to fight Conor Ben or, I don't know what, I really don't know. I can't.
Arcane O'Shaquie Foster also voiced doubts about the push to introduce new titles and organizational systems in boxing. He explained that he was raised appreciating the traditional world championships, such as the WBC, WBO, IBF, and WBA, which hold long-standing history and prestige within the sport. In his view, it would take a significant amount of time for any new belts to gain comparable respect and significance. He concluded by saying he remains unsure about the idea of altering boxing's long-established framework.
Can I ask, how do you feel about what they're doing with regards to their own belt and the new Ali Act and, trying to do their own thing as far as boxing is concerned?
Man, I don't know. I honestly don't know, because me growing up, I always watched the champions, the WBC belt, IBF, all them, WBO, WBA, and it's real history and real legends that I looked up to that fought for these belts, and they mean so much to a fighter that it's kind of hard to take that away and try to change the program. It's going to be years and years of history that they're going to have to try to make to be able to, replicate what the WBC and everybody has done. But, I'm definitely, I don't know. I couldn't see myself. I just got to say, I don't know. We got to see.
On the other side, O'Shaquie Foster has continued to target Shakur Stevenson, with fans paying close attention as their rivalry steadily builds momentum.
I made you quit. Extra 2 rounds. Extra 2 rounds.
Stevenson fired back with a firm statement of his own, saying he would finish Foster within 4 rounds and prove that there are clear levels in skill and performance inside the ring.
I don't know. We'll see in the future. I don't know. I'll beat all these guys up, but that dude right there, I really kind of want to beat him up outside the ring.
O'Shaquie Foster also pointed to deeper issues between himself and Shakur Stevenson, saying the conflict began due to problems of trust and loyalty. He described Stevenson as being inconsistent in his attitude, claiming there was a noticeable shift in behavior after they had initially been on friendly terms. Foster added that tensions increased after what he viewed as conflicting signals, efforts to re-establish communication, and later developments involving sparring conversations and behind-the-scenes remarks, which he felt crossed the line and showed a lack of respect and loyalty.
What's the genesis of the issue between you and Shakur? Where does this start?
Just two-faced it, man. Two-faced it. He a two-faced snake, man. That's it. He was trying to be out. I mean, we was cool back then, but then, when certain stuff transpired, we had a little falling out, and then, he came back around and just was like trying to be cool, trying to be friends with me, trying to get me to come over there and spar and everything. And, I told him on the message, like, hey, I don't do no fake kicking it. I'm cool on all that. And next thing you know, I see his little man's calling me out, and then his little man's exposed him, like saying that he been basically telling him behind the scenes that he's gonna help him day in and day out if he was to fight me, and he want to be his main sparring partner. So it was just like a bunch of snakes.
Building on the intensifying rivalry, Foster has leaned into the ongoing tension around the fight, explaining that he remains calm even in high-pressure situations. He said he channels the heightened emotions into motivation, using them as energy to stay locked in. According to him, the buildup around the matchup helps him sharpen his concentration and elevate his overall performance.
Nah, man, y'all know I'm cool as water. They call me ice water, man. I'm gonna come in smooth every time. I like that, I like the build-up. I like the animosity that came with it. And it just raises my game. It pushed me to another level.
Expanding on his stance, O'Shaquie Foster said he feels the matchup is developing in a natural way and interprets the focus on Shakur Stevenson as a sign of recognition. He added that, in his view, all the additional preparation and build-up will not alter what happens once they step into the ring. Foster made it clear that he intends to demonstrate his ability when the fight takes place, and he also expects interest in the bout to grow even further following his upcoming performance.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel like it's setting up exactly how we want it. How God intended for it to happen, and it's just happening like that. I see a lot. He got Wale, Shakur, Grandpa, everybody over there helping him, trying to give him tips how to beat me. I've never seen nothing like it. Like to be real with you, that's how nervous, and they know that I'm the truth. So I just take it as a compliment as well. Like, if you need all that help and all these people feel like they got to come give you advice and tell you this and that, then that shows the caliber fighter I am. So I just can't wait to prove that, to show them that none of that's gonna work. And for sure, after this fight, I expect the public, I expect the fans, everybody to demand the Shakur fight.
Bruce Carrington also weighed in on a possible showdown between Shakur Stevenson and O'Shaquie Foster, expressing that he would favor Stevenson in that matchup. He highlighted Stevenson's strong defensive instincts and his ability to dictate the pace inside the ring, while suggesting that Foster might find it difficult to consistently break through his defense. Carrington further pointed out that the physical difference between the two fighters appears more significant than many expect, which, in his opinion, only increases Stevenson's chances of securing the victory.
What's your first, instinct on that fight? Who would win that fight? How's that play out?
I don't know. I think Shakur kind of got him on that one. Honestly, I like O'Shaquie, man. I like O'Shaquie, but I do think that Shakur, he is just. I don't think O'Shaquie's like defensively aware enough to, give Shakur too much trouble. Like Shakur, he's just on a cruise control now when it comes to the guys that he's been fighting. And on top of that, he's way bigger than O'Shaquie, bro. I did not think he was that much bigger than him. He stepped in the ring. I was like, oh, snap. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think Shakur is going to lose that fight.
Expanding on his analysis, Bruce Carrington added that Oshie Foster is likely entering the fight with strong ambition and could be drawing confidence from earlier sparring experiences. However, he pointed out that those sessions no longer reflect their current levels, noting that both fighters have evolved since then, particularly Shakur Stevenson, whom he believes has significantly progressed. In the end, he made it clear that he does not currently see Foster as the favored fighter in this matchup.
He's being very ambitious in this fight, and I also think that in the sparrings that they had, he might have found certain things in those sparrings that's gonna make the fight interesting. I think so, but it's been a long time since they sparred though, so I think Shakur.
You ever there?
Say it again.
You ever there when they were working?
No, I was never there. I always heard about it though, but it was a while ago. It was such a long time ago. So yeah, Shakur is such a different fighter now. O'Shaquie's also a different fighter now too, but Shakur is a different fighter now.
Coach Bremen Edwards also acknowledged that there is some uncertainty when it comes to Foster's chances against Stevenson, describing the potential fight as a significant challenge. While he expressed respect for Foster's skill set, he stated that he would not choose him to beat Stevenson. However, he still considers Foster a strong competitor who can hold his own against other fighters in the 130-pound division.
I don't know if he could beat Shakur, but that's a good challenge. I wouldn't favor him over Shakur. I would favor him over the other guys at 130. I didn't know he was, that was a fight for Shakur. I think he'd probably be a little bit more dominant at 130. Shakur is a different animal, but, I respect him for challenging themselves.
Edwards expanded on his evaluation by emphasizing that Stevenson operates on a clearly higher technical tier. He noted that although Foster is a capable and skilled fighter, defeating Stevenson would take more than just boxing ability. According to him, breaking Stevenson's rhythm would require constant pressure and an exceptionally high level of consistency throughout the fight.
I would not favor O'Shaquie Foster against Shakur, but I'm not going to disrespect O'Shaquie Foster and say he can't win. That's how I am with the fight. I favor Shakur. I don't know, it's going to be very difficult to be smaller than Shakur and coming up and beating him. Because you got to put some kind of just that dense body weight and just physical strength on him to just complete. If it's really hard to outbox him. So O'Shaquie Foster could box his ass off, but I don't know if he could box at the level of being able to outbox Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different level of boxing.
Tim Bradley provided a more measured perspective on Foster, highlighting his background fighting in different weight classes and his capacity to adjust to a variety of styles. He also commended Foster's resilience and self-belief, while questioning the narrative that Stevenson would have a clear size advantage in the potential matchup.
Go look at O'Shaquie's record. Go look at him. He's fought at 135, 133, 138, 140. That boy, hey, I told y'all, he show up when he need to show up. Straight on. Outcast. That's what he is. He ain't by no damn rules. He got skills. He about the same size as Shakur, 5'8", 5'7". He got a longer reach than Shakur. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? talking about, oh, he's way bigger. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all have no damn clue. This dude has been fighting at 130 his whole career, but he has jumped up and down for opportunities. He don't give a damn. He that skilled. He that confident in his damn self. O'Shaquie Foster's a real one. And if you didn't know, now you damn know. Nah, we want to see Shakur and O'Shaquie Foster. That's what we want to see.
Bradley further characterized the bout as a very compelling contest, fueled by contrasting styles and the increasing tension between the two fighters. He explained that the mix of abilities on each side produces an engaging competitive setup that boxing fans have been eagerly waiting to see.
And then I'm talking about, see, they just be killing the dream, man. They be killing the dream. Straight up. Be saving Shakur ass. Nah, saving his ass. I'm telling y'all. This is the perfect build-up fight. Perfect. O'Shaquie Foster, Shakur Stevenson is a perfect fight. We just had the altercation in the ring. Man, everybody want to see this fight. Yeah, everybody want to see it. It don't get no better than this. Now that they fight, it don't get no, it ain't gonna be great. It's not. He gonna get outboxed. Now that they gonna get outboxed and embarrassed by Foster. Embarrassed. You're gonna see some skills from Shakur. You're gonna see some skills from Foster. It's a better fight. And the animosity is already there. Keep the momentum going. Don't stop the momentum.
From an analytical standpoint, Sean Zittel views the matchup as a tactical, chess-like contest, while still giving Stevenson the advantage. He explained that both athletes are effective when fighting at distance, but argued that Stevenson's greater precision and ring control would likely help him come out ahead in a lower volume, strategic type of exchange.
Knocking on the door of the pound-for-pound list now in O'Shaquie Foster, and has earned the kind of opportunity against a name like Shakur Stevenson. So they got heated back and forth. The reality is, though, Shakur's the favorite in that fight. I would have to favor Shakur in that fight. I don't think O'Shaquie Foster can out-Shakur Shakur Stevenson. They're both at their best or like to fight a majority of their fights at long range. O'Shaquie Foster steps it up when he needs to. He's clutch, and he's shown some good offense when he steps up his output and puts some punches together in combination. But for a majority of the rounds of his career, he's going to be more of a long-range sniper and a defensive artist. And I think Shakur is a step above him in that class. I think you would see an excellent quality champion against an elite champion. And it would be probably a lot like the Raymond Ford fight. Not a lot of clean punches landed, a chess match, not a whole lot of action. But it would be Shakur who would get the better of this one as opposed to Shock.
That brings today's coverage of Shakur Stevenson's transition to Zuffa Boxing to a close, a move that has ignited widespread discussion throughout the boxing world. Now aligned with a new system and long-term promotional direction, all eyes shift toward the potential blockbuster fights that could be arranged for him, and how soon he will be positioned in those major showdowns promised under this new arrangement. Be sure to subscribe for more boxing updates, fight news, and in-depth analysis.